What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Quite fittingly, I think, for the month that had Easter in it, we're going to be looking at the horoscopes for Year of the Rabbit people. Tonight is the new moon. Make sure you set your intentions and stuff. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I believe that where are we? New moon in Aries, is that correct? I think the new moon might be in Aries. But I do know that the hare is one of the animals related to the moon as well. I'm going to assume that we have got Aries. Let's have a look at our oracle cards have to say. So, tonight, technically speaking, is the dark moon. Everyone calls it the new moon because, I don't know, easier, I guess. Technically, it's the dark moon. So spend time in contemplation and meditation in order to seek greater understanding for yourself and those around you. As it's the new moon, the time's right for seeking new opportunities. It's in Aries. I believe it's in Aries. I think I have these cards set up in such a way that this is correct. So you need to remain sensitive to others to avoid confrontation. And then with the hare moon totem, the rabbit, the hare, it's an auspicious time for new beginnings. Which, look, combined with the new moon, yeah, makes a whole heap of sense. Cool. So that's that. Awesome. Let's try to get those out the way now. And we'll get into the actual good stuff. Alright, so same as the other videos, we've done the rat, we've done the ox, and we've done the tiger, went out to the rabbit. Okay, so for rabbit people, apparently, your year will bring passion, warmth, love, joy of life, and the desire to create and do what pleases you. Children may be brought up for discussion. I'm assuming in that sense they're meaning the topic of having children will be brought up for discussion, because the next bit says plans for having children, or you decide to get involved more or less in the life of younger generations. Romantic relationships and partnerships represent the main topics of your 2021. Cool. So as we normally do, we've got our elements, which are still not in the right order. They're almost there, but they're still not in the right order. So our wood rabbit, the only year it has been written here is 1975. 1915 would be the one before that. And so anyone turning 106, that would mean. So it makes sense why it's not on there. I mean, that's a ripe old age. Definitely be proud of yourself if you made that. But in 2021, you need to make an important career decision, hence why only 1975 is written there. 106-year-olds aren't exactly looking at their next move for their career. The fire rabbit is 1987, so would that be 27? Would you be putting you at 94 years old? Which, I mean, that could still be. We'll include them. Why not? Fire rabbits need to take care of your health and your body. Earth rabbits, 1939 and 1999. your little bit of advice here is to travel even if when you don't have much money. Now, obviously, at the moment, there are certain places you can't go, like internationally. So whether this means traveling to a different state or simply just take a weekend vacation and go to go for a bit of a Sunday drive or something like that to a town that you haven't been to either at all or in a while or whatever, and just sort of spend the day discovering the place, try and find a few hidden gems. Travel, get out of the house, do it. You deserve it, you know you do. Our metal rabbits, which we have 1951 and 2011, so our 10-year-olds. Love your partner the way you want to be loved. I want to know what 10-year-olds they think have partners. Although, let's be completely honest, with the way we're going, I wouldn't be surprised either if some 10-year-olds had partners. When I was 10, I had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so there you go, sign of the times. And last but not least, our water rabbit, 1963. So the one before that would have been 1903. It's obviously not going to be making it to this. And the next one will be, well, that'd be 2023. 2 years time. But yours are new projects that you want to run in 2021. New projects that you want to run in speed can go hard. Whatever that means to you. That's what it says, whatever that means to you. Money and finance. Okay. In terms of professional projects and activities, it's going to be an interesting year for you. You may find yourself being more ambitious than usual, and you may even stop taking refuge in secondary roles, and sort of command more attention about yourself, and sort of in that way be doing a little bit more self-care, which is always a good thing, especially given the absolute dumpster fire that 2020 was. Some self-care probably is definitely in order, and not just for you, but for everybody. Your efforts will be rewarded right from the beginning of Lunar New Year. So since the new moon in February, in mid-February, you'll have started to see your efforts for self-care just immediately start being rewarded, which is kind of jealous, but at the same time, happy for you. I hope it continues, not only for the rest of this year, but into the next. A few delays and some syncopations are probably likely, they're possible, towards the end of the year, but don't worry, the final balance overall of your 2021 is going to be positive. You're going to come away from this and be like, 2021 was a good year. Like even if you sort of say it a little bit tentatively, you're still going to sort of come away with it being like, yeah, no, that was a good year. Our rabbit natives are also going to face some issue in their careers due to their stubbornness in making everything perfect. We know you're a perfectionist, but it's okay to just, near enough is in fact good enough, especially if you've got deadlines, which, considering that's talking about your career, you probably do. You'll need to accept that in order to move on, you'll have to fulfill only passable standards. I'm assuming here passable is by your standards, whereas to everyone else it's still going to be phenomenal if you are in fact the perfectionist this is painting you out to be. You also need to be aware of your capacities and accept only the tasks that you know for a fact you can finalise. If you accept a task and then realise, I actually don't know how to do that, you shouldn't have accepted it. Cool, so love. The first trimester of 2021, which we are coming to the end of now, so this is one of the ones where you're going to be able to be like, yes, or not me, sir, no way. So in this first trimester we've just been through and sort of closing out with this month, you would have found yourself face to face with different challenges, especially in your relationship with your life partner. So whether that's your fiance, your husband, your wife, maybe you had a serious relationship with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you may have found some challenges. If you are single, I'm assuming that this would mean you would have had trouble getting into a relationship because of the fact that the particular people you've been trying to pursue are not intended to be your life partner, potentially. Just know that means that those challenges are actually saving you for something that's going to be so much more worth it in the long run. Eventually you will need to find solutions, however, and that's going to create an atmosphere full of frustration, which we just love for you. We really don't, but is what it is. You'll have to think deeply in order to solve any of these relationship problems. The website here actually words it as marriage problems, but we're going to go with relationship problems just in general. You're going to have to think deeply in order to solve them without losing your mental balance. So it's going to be one of those situations where you might feel like saving your marriage is going to be at the cost of your mental health, and there is going to be ways to save both. You're just going to have to take some time and be patient and not try and like impulsively grab hold of things. You need to think these things through just a little bit. It's not a good time for getting pregnant. I believe this is referring to this first trimester. Not a good time for getting pregnant if you yourself are a rabbit. Obviously speaking to the female identifying people there, not a good time for getting pregnant in these first couple of months. It's necessary, according to this, if your intention is to get pregnant, to wait until the middle of the year, which means you've only really got to wait another 2 weeks, and then you'll have a new year baby anyway. So that's fun. In 2021, your horoscope anticipates that issues will slowly disappear and you'll enjoy peace and happiness with your partner sort of as the year goes on. So this first trimester is going to be a whole lot of issues. Middle of the year is best time for getting up the duff if you want to. And then as we flow onto the end of the year, all of your issues are going to just sort of melt away, leaving you with nothing but a fulfilling relationship, a healthy relationship, which is great. You will also be able to use your charm to hypnotize your life partner and like the romantic, the sexual, and the passionate sides of you will sort of shine a little bit more. All your emotional problems will remain only in your mind, and you'll be able to enjoy harmony with your partner, which is also a good thing because it means that you know that if you're feeling like you're not getting the attention that you simple conversation is going to be able to serve that, because it's all going to just be sort of a lack of perspective, so to speak, not really understanding others' intentions. And at the end of 2021, you'll be able to find a solution for all your disagreements between you and your partner, make acceptable compromises, and then your love life is going to be wonderful. If you are single and you are wanting to use this as a basis for finding a partner, then rabbits get on really well with goats or pigs. Again, same as with all the other ones. 4 years older, 4 years younger, generally the way to go, or any sort of multiple thereof. Those relationships would be really, really good. Keep in mind that the pig is also a reliable business partner as well. So if you want someone that you're going to be able to maybe start your own business with, as well as have a family with, then pig natives. So they're either going to be 4 years older or 8 years younger than you. So it really depends on how you want to go about that. Health. Year of the Ox is going to be a delicate one for you rabbits, especially at the beginning of the year, when your physical resources have probably not been able to offer you any sort of real support in order to finalize your work requests and do any tasks that sort of induce a bit of stress. That will mean that you will find it difficult to focus on the work that you're doing, and that will in turn kind of impede your career progression a little bit. You won't be able to take on work tasks that require attention to details, which again just links that back to you don't have to be a perfectionist. However, on the other hand, you will get great results in creative arts such as music or theatre. So if you want something that's going to be a great success and you want a creative way to let go of some stress, take up an art form, because you're going to get some great results there. Plus, that will also help you to relax and reduce any tensions caused by professional or business activities. You'll also have the opportunity to use your imagination and to express your thoughts in your artistic environment, which is all just stuff that I said anyway. Your luck predictions and feng shui tips. Your favourable directions are southwest and west. Your lucky colours are blue and silver. Lucky numbers are 2 and 8. Your favourable months, and again, this one is always fun. We've got to remember that the Lunar New Year started in February, mid-February, with the new moon, and so from that new moon to the next one was the lunar month of January. So meaning that the lunar month of February was actually the one from March to now, so you just had a favourable month. You will also have July and October, so they'll start in August, go through to the one in September, and start in November, go through to the one in December. So your lead up to Christmas is going to be quite favourable, which is always a good thing to hear, because we know that that's the stressy end of the year. Unfavourable months would have been from mid-February to mid-March, probably not great for you, and next year before, like in the very last month, so starting in January going until February, or whenever the next year. The month before that's also not going to be favourable. Which now begs the question, when is Lunar New Year next year? I'll have a quick look for that for you in a second. We'll finish this first. Objects for luck. Talisman card made out of Bodhisattva golden metal. Brings accomplishment, opens the mind of wisdom, and is the... I don't understand. Apparently there's a talisman card thing that if it's in your wallet, it will facilitate education and luck in marriage, and also help eliminate financial problems. Gold nugget rabbit, an excellent remedy for attracting harmony at work, protection in travels, and luck in everything you want to accomplish this year. You can place it in the living room or on the desk where you usually work. So just getting yourself a little rabbit, a little golden rabbit figurine thing. The advice that this page gives for you is you can become truly accomplished at something you love if you don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing and then do them well so that people can't take their eyes off you. And again, you're going to see great results in artistic endeavours. Okay, down to our month by month. Let's see how accurate our first 4 months have been thus far. So January, January was probably a very alert and eventful month for you. You likely received a salary increase or some sort of partnership opportunity at work. February, your relationships with your friends will sort of reconfigure, which means that it would be time to let go of some of them. That would have been about February for me. That happened. I had to let go of some friends as well. I'm not a rabbit. Rabbit's not even in my... If you saw my Get to Know Me, you know the rabbit's not even one of my signs. And yet it still happened to me. It does... you probably do have to choose your entourage more carefully. This is still in February. And at work you probably had a lot to do. And you probably counted on you, or found that when you counted on your personal strengths, you were able to succeed much more than you would have otherwise, if you were trying to do something that you weren't as strong at. March, coming off of out of the 18th of February, the income from your professional activity probably improved, so within March that would have gone up, and partnerships probably changed starting around the 15th of the month. And then April thus far, you've probably felt very tired and devoid of energy this month. For everything you need to work, much more than usual, and it takes a great toll on you, as you probably would. You should try a diet based on fruits and vegetables and drink many liquids. An easy diet could help you regain your lost vitality. Now it says based on fruits and vegetables, it doesn't say devoid of meat. If you don't want to be going veg for a month or vegan for a month, not that there's any issue with either of those diets, but it does say to rely a little bit more on fruits and vegetables, as well as drinking a lot of water. Will probably help you find a little bit more vitality for this month, which probably not such a bad idea. Probably something I need to be doing a bit more myself. May, if that's all been pretty accurate thus far, let's hope the rest of this is accurate for you. May will be a very favourable period for finalising and eliminating what is no longer necessary emotionally. Moreover, this month, your creativity will be at its peak, as well as your capacity to accurately deceive subtle messages. And if you're able to perceive subtle messages, you're able to also create them in your artworks. So again, take up an art form. June, you will have the necessary energy to deal with the greatest challenges that you've yet to come across this year, and to fulfill one of your grand dreams, whether it be getting married, bringing a baby into the world, building a house, or maybe even finding your dream job. You will have the energy to deal with a great challenge, and something like that will also present itself as a very key thing that happens that month. And since we're looking at June, halfway through the year, that may be that you find out that you and your partner are going to be having a child. July, you'll be lucky when it comes to money, and you may recover some money that has been otherwise locked into other people's accounts, and this will allow you to kind of reinvent yourself, to maybe feel a few years younger, or if this is your intention, to make all the men turn their heads after you. So yeah, July is looking pretty good for you as well. August for you will be full of opportunities for travel, meeting new people, and gaining new information or gathering new information, which is really cool. If you were one of the, I think it was the water people, were told to travel more, maybe the water people, then that August is probably going to be your best bet to go and do that, because it's you're going to have all the opportunities presenting themselves to you there. From the start of September, you will be greeted with good news from abroad. The first week at least, you'll be busy in that aspect, and you'll take pretty much no interest in anything else. On the second Wednesday of the month, I don't know when that will be. I don't know what date that's going to be. But on the second Wednesday of the month, you'll be subject to a challenge at the office. Who doesn't love a midweek challenge? Help break up the monotony of the year, especially coming into the last trimester. October, your desire to experiment with new things will be great, and you will need to do something that satisfy your needs. Something in the life of your like with your partner, with your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever. Something there will bother you, and you won't want to talk immediately about what it is that troubles you. But after a few days, you'll realize that if you don't discuss it with your partner, it's just gonna fester inside you and not be so great for your emotions as tempers begin to flare. And once you have that dialogue, it will sort of click how good and important that dialogue is for you, particularly at that moment, seeing that might be a critical moment for you. November will be a fruitful month for you, especially professionally. You will have great chances to do something that will propel you directly into one of the higher positions within your company, and you basically couldn't wish for anything better that month. And then December, you will enjoy successes with studies, or other situations related to a jury, a commission that will grant you acceptance or make you gain a new status. You will receive the money you've requested, and you'll be able to pay your monthly debts, bills, fees, and have money for shopping, which in December is important if we want to be getting the really good gifts for Christmas. Not that that's what it's about, but you are going to be able to sort of spoil your loved ones. Cool, so that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new here. Please also ring that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. And until next time, guys, keep your head screwed on.